we are at a state where our schedule is yet to start. So the schedule information is also provided here. As you can see, our schedule is still about to start. So that's at 9:40, and we're currently at 9:38 p.m. Also, the other information is also provided on the drop down when you click on this part. So as you can see here, we're using a demo schedule that's set to start at 9:40 p.m. and end at 9:50 p.m. And then we also have the break time right here and the buffer hours, which we currently don't have. In order to time into the tracker, you can actually time in using the top right button here or using a task. So initially when we click on this one, we are able to see the information about our current time log. So right now we don't have any task selected, so the information is also provided here that we have no task selected. Try to time into a task. So in order to time into a task, you can select any of the tasks that's provided to you on the list below, and that will also be reflected on the section right here once we time into it. So as you can see here, there's a new button that's been added right next to our sync button, which will show once you have a break configured with your current schedule. So the application also gives you a heads up when there's an upcoming fixed break in a few minutes. Now clicking on the breaks button reveals all available breaks for selection in your current schedule. So flexible breaks are up to you to pick, while fixed breaks seamlessly transition as their start time approaches. So yeah, as you can see here, the user has been automatically switched into break mode as soon as the break started. During this time, activity tracking will be enabled, allowing users to fully enjoy their break without interruptions. No need to worry about getting timed out unless they choose to return to work or the break ends naturally. During fixed breaks, when the user chooses to time out from it and they decide to time back in, they will be automatically switched into their fixed breaks. So as the break nears its end, a gentle notification prompts users to pre-select their next task. So this ensures a smooth transition back to work. So if no selection has been made, the tracker automatically times them out right after the break ends. Now for the flexible breaks, they actually have a pretty similar experience, except that for flexible breaks, you're allowed to time into it anytime within your schedule for as long as it's not fully consumed.
Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to be taking you through the time tracking feature on the HQZen Android app. So to start us off, you can see this screen here, which is responsible for all things time tracking on the Android app. And this screen is divided majorly into four parts. We have the toolbar area here, where you can search for tasks, or you can have some filter actions for the tasks. You have this area here where it shows you urgent or significant to do items that you have which need to be acted upon, and clicking on one of them would navigate you to the HQZen web app, where you will be able to take more actions depending on what the to-do item was. but for now I'll just go back and collapse this once again. We have the main timer widget here, which shows us a log of all the time that we've spent for the day. The main components here being the timer, of course. Here we have the refresh button here on the right, the main play button, which can be used to time in, and we have the break button. Then at the bottom we have the list of the tasks. So the next question would be, how do you know you're able to time in using the mobile app? So to do that, you would click on the hamburger menu here, menu icon, then click on workforce permissions. Then you'll be navigated to such a screen. Now here you see that I have desktop access set to enabled, and I also have mobile access set to enabled. So this means I am able to time in through both the mobile app and the desktop HQZen apps. So now you know that you're able to time in using the mobile app. So we'll proceed to now time in by clicking on any of the play icon in the task. So I'll just scroll down a bit and click on any one of these. Once that is done, I'll be timed into the task. And so the view changes. It now has this blue accent color that gives us an indication that we are timed in, also with the accompanying notification here at the top. And once I click on this button here, I'll be able to time out. Click that, and now I'm timed out. We have this break button to the left of this main timing button here, and it has the cup of coffee icon, and it has the duration of the break here. So 10 to 11, that would be 1 hour. And the means to interact or to time in with the break would be through this button here. And if I proceed to click it now, remember the time is from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the break, and it is now 9:56 p.m. If I click this now, I'm presented with this confirmation dialog here. So I can just click yes, take a break. And then I have this snack bar that tells me I can only time in between the break times 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. So it's now 10 p.m. and we can see that we've been switched to the break task. So what we have is the timer, or the view here, has this orange shade to it. It has the label here for the kind of break it is, whether it is paid or unpaid, and it has a subdescription here at the bottom for the break time. So this break is from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. and the break counter is slowly decreasing as you are timed into the break task. So if I want to time out of the break, I would need to come back here and click on this button, where I'm presented with this dialog. So it's just informing me that I have 57 minutes left of break time, and what action would I like to choose. So I can choose to stay on the break, I can choose to switch task, or I can choose to time out. Stay on the break will just dismiss this dialog, and I'll just continue being timed into the break task. If I click on switch task, I'll be presented with this screen here, where I'll have a list of all the tasks that have been assigned to me, and I can also search for whatever task or card that I have here, and I can select it and I'll be switched to that task. I can also just click on the no task and I'll be switched to the no task. However, I'll just go back and time out.